And then the sound slowly gets louder of doo 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 mana mana doo 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 mana mana. No, it's coming!
Welcome to the United States Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Welcome back, all you hitchers and drifters, to the United States of Paranormal Podcast, where we take you on a weekly road trip through the United States to check out everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal. I nailed that in one take, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear applause. Let's get fucking applaud.
Congratulations, you have managed the bare minimum.
I did it.
And then you had to call yourself out on it, which makes it just sad.
It makes. If anybody's gonna pat me on the back,
Hey, why don't you keep that ego in check, sir?
I'll try. It's me, Logan, back again to the right of me.
And it's me, Matt.
It's Matt, and to next of him,
Boze.
Boze is back,
Are we
everybody.
sure that
It seems like it's been forever since Boze has been here. But technically, I guess it hasn't for our listeners because everything is aired out of date. So a bunch of our empty Boze things we've done before this technically haven't been aired.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I think Dallas, and at this point you guys would have heard
Felipe, part 1.
So you guys have caught 2 episodes without Boze, but there's more to come. I think just one more.
Yeah, just
right?
Felipe.
That's it, yeah.
Felipe
One more,
part 2.
Felipe part 2.
Who knows when that's going to air?
God, that's a good one too.
Yeah, it is.
So keep that should air out for us after this one. Our next Tejas episode, it should go. Doesn't it go? Want to go Brandon, then Felipe, then you, or does it go Brandon, you, then Felipe?
It's going to go Felipe.
we're
The
going
original plan, we can always revise this, but the original plan was Felipe, Brandon, me.
Well,
That makes sense.
We were
by that
kinda-
time, by that time we'll be in October.
Good God.
Not quite yet.
No, because
we're either ending this run pre-October with Felipe, or it might have been that Felipe was going to end up coming out after October.
this is middle of August. This week is a Bouger episode, right?
No, this week is...
Felipe part 1.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, then. So then next week would be Bouger.
Welcome to the United States of Math podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Then the next week that will be in September, which would be starting with us.
Welcome to the magical world of our scheduling, listeners. It is hectic as hell. Just with the two separate teams and backlogs and picking what episode goes where, it becomes like a beautiful mind scene or was it what's the one where the guys Rayman, where he's just seeing all the fucking numbers and everything, trying to calculate and all that.
Yeah, no, when you feel like you don't have a lot of episodes, but then you think about how we only play our stuff every other week, and you go to figure out when an episode's supposed to air, and you find out it's like 3 months from now.
You find out your 2-parter you recorded 2 months ago isn't going to come out until November, and you're like, maybe we're not so bad off. But it's been a second since all 3 of us have been in the studio. How's everything going, Boze?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everything's for the most part going all right.
How's it feel not having a van to cry in anymore?
I know. Now I just got
You have to cry in your house like the rest of us.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. New job, like the old one, but with more people to bitch about. But things are going all right for the most part.
Would you like to name drop the company so you can try and get fired from there too?
Oh, no, I think I have an NDA, so I legally can't.
Oh, damn.
Fair enough.
So so for those of you who might not know, an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement, and generally speaking, you're not even allowed to talk about that you're under NDA. So,
I mean, my whole week...
Well, I can at least say I'm under an NDA with my job, because that's common, but that's not going to say who I'm working for.
My whole week has been like plagued with NDAs because I fell down. I was talking about the other day at Matt's kid's birthday. I fell down a rabbit hole. I've been recently parting together a certain set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Elemental Heroes, because I want to put them in a frame. I used to have all mine in a frame, but then they slowly became really, really, really fucking expensive. So now they're all in a fire safe box. But I missed my frame, so I'm rebuilding it. And I fell down this rabbit hole of being like, there's this one specific card, and Konami is a whore for money, so they reprint cards all the time because Konami cannot stand watching people profit off of cards. They're like, okay, let's like Pot of Avarice when it dropped was a big money card, and everybody was like, yeah, I got this, buy this for $60, and Konami's like, I don't like that you're selling that for $60. I'd rather them spend $15 on a tin and get it. So they put the card in the tin. They reprint things all the time. There's one Elemental Hero card that has never been reprinted since the day that it was put out. Almost 20 years ago at this point in time, which is crazy to think about that something from GX was released almost 20 years ago. We're fucking old. But I was like, why has this one card not been reprinted? It's bugging me because I'm going to eventually have to bite the bullet of spending the money to get that card. It's about $160 for this card because it's never been redone. So I'm like, why hasn't this done? And I look into it, and there's just conspiracy after conspiracy. People thinking apparently Konami has big NDAs on artists. Like, if you design a card art for Konami, you're not allowed to go out and be like, that's my card. You notice how on Pokemon cards, it says the artist on them. Who specifically did that design? Konami does not. Nothing on there to state who the artist is. I don't know if it's because they don't want people poaching their artist, if they don't want it getting tied to somebody in case the artist does something weird.
Yeah.
Who knows? But this card, everybody thinks it has something to do with that because recently in this newest set, they put out a spell card that has art from the TV show intro where it had all the Neos fusions in one frame together. And they have very clearly cut out Air Neos, but left both his wings in the picture. Because I guess they didn't realize what it was. So there very clearly is something up with that specific character to where he has just been scrubbed from the mythos as a whole. Because the 2 new mobile games that are out, he's not in them either. So I've been learning about NDAs and all that all this week, trying to fucking put together the yarn to where Air Neos is and what's going on.
Yeah, it's my goal to eventually do some kind of job that requires me to be under NDA, but it hasn't happened yet. So if you work legal for any company and you'd like to send me an NDA, I'll happily sign it. You just want to be told
you can't talk about things?
Yeah.
To make you feel important?
You've been in video game betas. You've signed NDA agreements.
Yeah, you're in the Sea of Thieves Insiders. And you're...
I mean, okay, yeah, but that's like, I mean, that's whatever. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's right. Matt breaks his NDAs all the time when it comes to
That's okay. You can say that
games.
As long as you don't leak your gamer tag. They can't come at you.
My gamer tag is the haha001.
Joke's on you. That's not my gamer tag.
Brandon's got multiple gamer tags because he gets permabanned from things. We don't want to talk about that. So yeah, it's been a little while since all three of us have sit down. It has been a while. And, I mean, it's weird to also think about. This is technically going to be the first Brandon's second story, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah. It's like that conversation we had the other day where it was like we're thinking back on like how many episodes each person has done, and you realize how few it kind of has been.
Yeah, other than my ass, I've done multiple because, I mean, I started off back to back, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Because I did the Amons, then Andrews, and then I've gotten the Tech in.
Yeah.
And everything. And you guys have both just got the one each. You got that's Winchester still, and he's got the Schmerls.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, that's still out of released episodes, only 3.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think we've been doing this since...
We're almost at episode 20.
May, I think, is when we released the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Have we done episode 20
episode
released
20
yet?
is going to be the one with... I forget her name. I want to say... Ooh, I've got it here somewhere. Jennifer. That's going to be episode 20 is going to have it aired by now. It's going to be Jennifer with her talking about her haunting that was on the show, A Haunting.
Yeah, this is episode 21.
This will be episode 21.
Damn.
Yeah. No, that's
now the fun part is to see if that we hit 10,000 downloads before we hit 20.
Shit, I would be surprised if we don't hit 10,000 this week.
Yeah, no, I would too. But we always get to see. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's been a hectic and fun ride. It's just like I said, it's crazy to think about. Like, you sit down and like it's got to be weird for the listeners because, like I said, in November they're gonna get Snedeker Part 1 and 2. We recorded that months ago.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's just like
6 months ago is when we recorded. Oh no, I'm thinking.
I know it hadn't been that long.
Our first couple episodes.
But it's just crazy to think about that. Like, there's stuff that we've recorded so long ago, and it still got months before it'll even hit the airways.
We recorded our first episodes in April. We released them in May.
Yeah.
We recorded... we might have recorded Snedeker Part 1 in May.
It was a long time ago. It wasn't May, but it was a long time ago.
I know Snedeker Part 2 happened didn't it?
Snedeker Part 2 happened
in July.
Right after our trip to Dallas.
Oh, okay. It was right. We got home from Dallas and came straight to the studio.
Yeah, Snedeker Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Part 1 was in June.
Part 2 was in June.
Yes, Part 1 would have been weeks before that, so it might have been.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like early June was when I thought it was early June.
It might have been.
I think it was early June. And then by the end of June, I think it was the 27th or the 28th, we recorded Part 2.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Eventually, there will be a two-parter. Probably November, because we've got tons of stuff to deal with before then.
Don't go looking it up early.
Yeah. But this week, it will be Brandon presenting. I still don't know what Brandon's presenting, so I'm very interested to find out what's going on.
We made this whole planning thing for it, and then...
I put my episode on the board.
Yeah, I know you did, but I had checked it multiple times before you did, and then didn't check it after, so I still have no idea.
So that's on you.
I think you named it once, but it didn't register with me to remember it. But that's fine.
A couple times.
Because I'm not going to research what you're doing, because...
it's no fun.
As we found out with SCP, I tend to interject a lot when people are talking about things that I also know about.
Well, it's fine. It's always fun to weigh in and everything. God knows I fucking weigh in on everything that fucking pops up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover before we dive into whatever we're going into here. Dun, 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 dun. Anybody? Anybody got happenings in their lives they want to talk about, or... Mine's just been a lot of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh research.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything.
I mean, for the most part, I've just been I've been getting back into chess and playing a lot of Counter-Strike. That's been my life for the past few weeks.
Oh, you know what we can talk about? Paranormal experiences and everything. If you follow our social medias, you might have seen it pop up every now and then, but it's the motherfucking ghost of Harry Houdini.
Need to pick me up some of those Red Bulls.
I don't even know if the Red Bulls are still going. He started fucking pitching fucking Dunkaroos here recently. Which, motherfucker, I didn't even know Dunkaroos were out and about, but apparently 7-Eleven's like, buy 2 Dunkaroos, get 1 free.
Oh, yeah. I've seen Dunkaroos at H-E-B, but I don't...
Hey, we got to ask Houdini for the hookups, right?
Oh, man, you don't give a mouse a cookie. You ask him about that, and he's going to be in your inbox constantly fucking telling you about Red Bulls and Slurpees and shit. I want to know why Harry Houdini is haunting a 7-Eleven. What fucking travesty befell his spirit to where he just ended up in a fucking 7-Eleven?
Fantastic deals.
Did they bulldoze Did he die in a hospital? Or did he die in his own bed? Did they bulldoze where he died and they put a 7-Eleven up? Or
I don't actually know how he died.
He there's a mystery to his exact reason to his death.
Oh.
But the reported historical cause was he had a contest with a bunch of frat bros at Harvard, I believe, and he dared them to hit him in the stomach, and it caused him to have like...
Oh, shit. Okay, you're right. That is Houdini. I was thinking Houdini. I was thinking, so that crossed my mind.
Oh, so it's not a...
I was thinking that was somebody else because I was getting the escape artist Houdini separated from the skeptic Houdini.
They're the same person.
I know it's the same person. What I'm saying is my brain, because every time we've talked about him so far, we've talked about him about the skeptic stuff.
Yeah.
Obvious reason. Totally separated his everything he did in my mind between his skeptic stuff and his escape artist stuff. And so when you first said we don't know how he died, the punch to the stomach thing came to my mind, and I was like, well, that's not right. That's some other guy.
No, they absolutely know how he died. The magician hadn't had time to prepare for the blow. It ruptured his appendix.
Yeah.
Well, he fell ill on the train to Detroit. After performing one last time, he was hospitalized. Doctors operated on him, but to no avail. The burst appendix poisoned his system, and he died October 31st.
So that was the
thing. He died on October 31st.
So that was the thing. I was actually reading a little article a little while back that actually said that there is some debate as to what actually killed him. Well, that is the reported historical cause. But there is some mystery behind it. They're not... Like, there are people who argue that, no, it wasn't because his appendix burst.
Well, apparently it was because his system had toxic shock because of everything.
I guess
there might have been some kind of underlying medical reason that the punch made him die.
Yeah. Like I said, I forget exactly what it was because it was about a month ago probably when I was reading that, so I don't exactly remember all the details.
Maybe 7-Eleven needed a spokesperson.
I don't know that he's a sanctioned spokesperson for 7-Eleven.
Well, how many stops have you made to 7-Eleven since the ghost of Harry Houdini started dropping hints in your inbox?
To be fair, I've always frequented 7-Eleven because, one, I like novelty collectible items, and they always have cool Slurpee cups and stuff.
Yeah.
So I always went to 7-Eleven. Plus, 7-Eleven has good little fucking snacks and stuff in their little rotating hot dog shelves and all that. You can get at 7-Eleven, you can get a fucking... Now I'm sounding like Harry Houdini. You can get a fucking... Instead of a hot dog, right? They got that hot dog station and everything. You can get a breaded chicken tender that's shaped like a hot dog instead. And slap that bitch in a hot dog bun and then hit it with the nacho cheese machine. Whoo! That's some good shit.
Why am I the fat one? What the fuck?
It's fucking delicious. That's all I can tell you. Like 17 different flavors of taquitos.
If I ate one of those, I'd gain 10 pounds.
You sound like fucking Sonny from Big Daddy, where he was like, oh yeah, I used to eat like that too, kid, but now I have a chocolate malt and my ass jiggles for a week. Oh man, no 7-Eleven's where you want to go if you want to just fuck yourself up with some cheap food. You just sit in a coma
7-Eleven, if anyone from your PR department is listening to this, sponsor us.
Yeah, fuck the ghost of Harry Houdini. Sponsor us instead.
Yeah, that's a little bit rude. He's only had nice things to say. I mean, it always segues into a plug for him, but he's always been nice. He came to our defense when that one guy popped up in our comment section was like, bullshit. Supernatural shit's all bullshit all the time. And fucking Harry Houdini's ass coming there fucking being like, ooh, I was a skeptic too, but turns out it's real and it blows. And he's like, also, no, it doesn't blow. 2 for 1 on fucking Monster Energy at 7-Eleven. He's just getting it where he can get it, you know. I guess maybe he feels like he has to because he's haunting there.
Everybody's got to work that hustle.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll digress. I'll get off Harry Houdini and let Brandon take us into whatever he's got going on. What state we hitting?
Well, we're going to Missouri.
I've never been to Missouri.
Yep, specifically Union, Missouri. Have either of you heard of a gentleman named Steven LaChance?
No.
All right, so this is his story, and this is what got him into the supernatural. So he is the founder of the Paranormal Task Force in Missouri. He has been in a lot of documentaries. One of the people who they like to interview a lot. He's been in a lot of TV shows. He's written about 3 best-selling books on the supernatural. This is from his first one, actually. So he's apparently a legend in the paranormal community at this point. I don't think he's as big as like Baggins or the Warrens, obviously, but apparently he is kind of on the upper echelon of that. But this is actually how he became from a skeptic to being a true believer. This happened at 809 North Christiana Avenue in Union, Missouri. And this is a wacky story. So, yeah, this is crazy. So, and to give you an idea, the RCC, the Roman Catholic Church, actually issued a 156-page report on this house talking about how it was infested with demons.
The RCC. It sounds a lot cooler than it is. The Roman Catholic Church. The RCC won't let me be.
So, did you get your hands on this report? Does this report physically, like, can people get it? Or is it locked away?
I tried looking it up. I didn't spend too much time for it. I saw some hints at it online.
You said it was Roman Catholic Church, right?
Yeah.
We can get that paperwork, Matt. we just gotta get you an altar boy costume, and you gotta go deep undercover, and that means that
take it deep.
That's not gonna. I was about to say that. I was about to make. Oh man, he cut me off. I was gonna make it take a deep
to do with a fat altar boy.
No, they all got their types, Matt. We can find the right one. You gotta literally take one for the team so we can read them.
Okay, well, so our story starts in 2001. Mr. LaChance was recently divorced from his wife. He kept his 3 children at the time, and they were at the verge of actually being homeless. They were living in a small apartment at the time, and he was doing some type of business job where he has to travel a lot, but they had to move. So just one day he ended up finding this white 1930s style house in Union, Missouri. Was actually on the market for a while, and it was selling for really cheap.
Okay, there's two red flags right there for haunted house. 1, it's been on the market for a while. 2, hella cheap. At that point, you ask for the supernatural history of that house. They'll be like, yeah, it's been on the market for 2 years, and it's really cheap, and it's a nice looking house.
Yeah, well, I say they're renting it. They didn't actually buy the house.
Oh.
You can still rent haunted house. Yeah. If anything, it seems like it's more likely.
Yeah. So he goes check out the house. Like I said, it's a fairly nice old style home. He said the living rooms, they had like cherubs up in like each corner of the walls in the living room. Cherubs being like angels.
Like little baby angels.
Yeah.
That fucking episode of Doctor Who with the weeping angels that were the baby ones.
Oh, yeah.
The little fat bastards.
Yeah, they said the original artwork around the house was still there, like the wall paintings and stuff.
How about the hardwood floors?
The hardwood floors. There was a large wooden pole that ran from ceiling to floor, creating a divider separating the living room from the family room. 2-floor home, 3 bedrooms, large family kitchen, a mud room.
What the fuck's a mud room?
So a mud room is usually in the back of the house, and it's made so like when you come in from the rain, you can take off like your muddy boots and hang up your jackets and stuff
fancy?
like that.
Mud rooms nowadays are also doubled as laundry rooms.
Yeah. You don't see them as much today just because that's usually for like a little bit nicer homes, but in older homes, they were really common.
Oh, very much like the door that everybody uses at my house. That's technically a mudroom.
Yeah.
Kyle's mudroom is his bathroom.
No, Kyle's mudroom is his britches.
No. Oh, good shit. Not for him.
Yeah, so there was also like an upstairs breezeway, so like a little deck outside that all the rooms connected to, so they could step out onto the outside porch.
This house was on the market for rent that long?
Yeah.
That's fucking red flags. It's got fucking cherubs on the goddamn ceiling.
Okay, now hold on. Does it have red flags, though? I would say if it had a high turnover rate, that would be a red flag.
It's cheap for rent, and nobody's renting it?
But that's what I'm saying. If it's cheap for rent, but nobody's renting it, how are people going to know that it's haunted?
I'm just saying.
How is nobody... What would make more sense is if you had like very short-term tenants.
It's because all the local people know it's haunted, so they ain't renting it.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, that place haunted. That guy comes in from out of town. He's like, this is a great deal. And they're like,
Yeah. That place. Hey, how many people are renting in your place? And what's the kill count you found?
Yeah, exactly. People don't fucking pass on good rent.
No. So also there was a butcher shower in the basement as well.
The fuck is a butcher shower?
So again, this was a 1930s home in like a rural area. So a butcher shower is basically where you would wash off blood and stuff in the basement from an animal. That's where you butcher animals and you clean off all the blood down there.
Oof.
It's like a farm. It's a farm.
No, I get it. It was practical then. Doesn't make it sound any less hinky.
Yeah.
That's something a serial killer looks for while renting a fucking apartment. Like, you got a butcher shower up in this bitch?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, I mean, we don't really use them anymore, but he's like, don't worry, I won't use them for animals.
How much blood do you think this drain can take at one go?
Yeah.
Like risk of overloading things. I'd hate to.
Like, as far as disposal of unused limbs, do you think like a girthy man's arm could fit down that drain? Or
Yeah, can I get like a large industrial trash
All hypotheticals.
Yeah.
I just curious mind.
I need a garbage disposal that can grind bone. If you got one of those.
Like, preferably so, like, the size of a lawnmower blade, just, like, in a giant drain. Can you make that happen for me? So one weird thing, though, is on all the doors to the bedrooms and, like, bathrooms and stuff, they all had latches on the outside of the door.
Yeah, have you ever had kids?
Fair enough. I literally, just yesterday after we left your kid's birthday party, I went out and bought refrigerator latches, and they make regular ass doorknobs. They now make these things that are like hard cases you snap over the doorknob.
Oh yeah, I've seen those, so they can't turn it.
Yeah, they just rotate. Because okay, so like I hate to interrupt your story or anything real quick, but like it has been a nightmare. At one point, my daughter decided that she now she's in kindergarten now, and she just decided now that she will get in the fridge and the freezer when she wakes up at the ass crack of dawn, because she will wake up at like 5 in the morning now and not wake anybody up, and she will go try to pour herself some juice. I mean, it's anything and everything. I made spicy chicken to go with some pasta I made the other day, and I still had it cut up and on a cutting board in the fridge, right? I wake up in the morning and open the fridge up, the whole cutting board has been cleared of all the chicken. She ate all the chicken off.
Oh, no.
Fucking 2 nights before that, she had gotten in the freezer, and I woke up and she's asleep on the couch, just passed out. But Bean Dip is sitting in the middle of the floor watching cartoons on TV, and she has chocolate on her face. And I see a wrapper for an ice cream sandwich, and the freezer's way up top, so I don't think anything of it. I think, and this sounds horrible, but if you're a parent, you know that kids are trash people. I thought she got Kayla's ice cream sandwich wrapper out of the trash from the night before and licked it clean. That's just where my dad brain went, because kids are trash people. They'll do it. They can get some of that chocolate hit. They'll get it however they can get it. But I go to work and Kayla messaged me. It's like, yeah, they got into the freezer and they ate all the ice cream sandwiches. So what I was seeing is that Essie was in a fucking coma from eating like 4 ice cream sandwiches by herself. So I'm like, okay, I'll get fridge locks. And then when the day before I go to get fridge locks, I find out that I need to get a fucking child safety thing for the door for the cabinet, because she now opened the pantry, decided she wanted to feed the cats. So there was just cat food everywhere, which our cats only eat once a day. So they got to eat at 5 o'clock in the morning and like eat almost a whole bag of fucking cat food.
Oh.
And they found candy and ate the candy. So my house is now locked up, and that doorknob is absolutely fucking annoying. Because what it is it's a hard case that goes on the doorknob, and it just like spins.
Holes, and you have to try
but you have to
grab
stick your fingers in the holes and turn it. And she is watching us like a fucking hawk. Anytime we go near that refrigerator or that doorknob, she's trying to figure out how it works. And my hands were wet from washing dishes, so I couldn't get the fucking doorknob to work. And so I get my shirt out and start doing it. So I see her.
Oh no.
She thinks the key to this thing is t-shirts. So she put her t-shirt on her hand and started trying to paw at the door because she thought it was just t-shirt activated or some shit. And I was like, you can give it hell, kid. It's not going to work, but you do what you do. But
that's it. It won't be too long until she has that figured out, and then you're fucked.
Good Lord. It's only karma, though, because my mom's always told me they had to put child safety locks on the refrigerator, because apparently I'd wake up in the middle of the night and eat whole sticks of butter when I was her age.
Yeah.
How are you not fat?
That's what I'm saying.
So apparently,
I don't
karma.
think we were ever so fat as kids that we was like, you know what? I'm just going to eat a whole fucking stick of butter.
I don't remember it. I was just little, but butter apparently tastes good. So I wouldn't think Essie would eat a whole chicken breast that's spicy, but apparently it was there. She did it, you know?
Oh man, cold chicken. That sounds gross.
Kids will do anything for just like food, especially if it's something, even if it's something they wouldn't normally eat when given to them. Just the fact that they could get it themselves. I remember when I was a kid, I fell through 3 shelves in our house in Indiana because I started to climb the shelf to get to some Aldi's brand fucking knockoff Doritos, and the shelf went down and it took 3 with it.
Okay, so is this happening on weekdays or weekends?
Mostly weekdays.
So you already have to get up super early in the morning to get the kids ready for school. But it's happening even earlier than that.
She's waking up. Like her internal clock at one point just was like, let's get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she won't wake anybody up, but she'll find the remote, she'll turn the TV on, and then she's going to go make herself a fucking snack. Either it'll be spicy chicken and milk or God knows what. The worst part is we have these water jugs in the fridge. They have a little thing where you pull out to let the water out. I wake up to a morning to where the whole vegetable crisper's full of water because she was trying to pour herself a glass of water. It was just going right into the crisper. Kids are a joy. Anyways, go ahead, Brandon.
Okay. So, Steven was checking out this house, saw everything, and it's like, okay, well, this sounds like a deal. I'm going to take it, despite all the red flags.
And that was when he fucked up.
Yeah, that's when he fucked up.
It was widely regarded as a bad move.
So he starts moving stuff in, get the kids there to help, and one of his new neighbors kind of pulled up. He's like, all right, hope it works out.
See? I told you, the locals fucking know.
Oh, let me put like this. So
hey, man, you fucked. Good luck.
So one of the first things they start doing as they're moving everything, they're like, we also need to do some yard work. And then kid's doing yard work. And he's like, hey, Dad, come check this out. As one of the neighbors start walking up because his daughter's been watching all day. And he comes outside and he's like, what's... And it's like, anytime anyone would come to walk by the house, they would cross the street before they get to the house.
I thought you were gonna be like the kids, like, "Hey, Dad, come check this out," and all the neighbors are out there passing around money, and they're all betting how long they're gonna. I got 3 weeks on them. They look weak.
Yeah, like
they're walking around the
yeah. They're just like they are going out of their way to just avoid stepping in front of this house. So it's
fucking
like,
told you the locals.
Oh yeah, they know something.
Always the sons of bitches.
Yeah. So they're doing yard work, and then he asked his son to go downstairs to the basement and grab the water hose real quick. Just he hasn't seen anyone else hasn't had anything going on yet. As his son goes down, he's down there to get that. He starts hearing his kid screaming. He goes to his son, asks what's happening. Apparently, he's standing in a puddle of his own urine because that's how scared this kid was. And he's like,
it's my least favorite kind of puddle.
Yeah, he was like, a giant monster chased me up the basement stairs.
I'm obliged to believe my kid if they fucking... How old is this kid? You know?
He was 9 at the time.
I'm obliged to believe my kid if they piss a whole puddle around themselves.
Yeah.
Like, clearly they saw something. It might have not have been a monster. Maybe it's a brown bear. Like, who fucking knows? It was something big that made them fucking
he goes down there. He checked it out. He didn't see anything. And so he just blew it off as kid's imagination, just making things up, right?
Those kids pissing themselves to tell the story.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, he goes in. So one of the next things that happen, he goes in there. He's trying to hang up a picture in the living room. It's just like a little angel picture to kind of match, the cherubs on the walls and stuff. And he starts hanging it, walk away. It falls to the ground. He's like, okay, whatever. Goes back, hangs it up again. Turns around, starts walking away. It falls again. He's like, son of a bitch. He goes around, puts it up. He's like, stay there. He walks into the other room. And then he hears it crashes again. No matter what he does, he cannot get this picture to hang.
Nail gun.
I was waiting for this to be another case of wall person, but like he went to hammer the nail, and when he hammered it, he heard, "Oh!"
So, and for a while, they would leave the house, and he would get mad at this, blaming the kids, but they would come home, and all the lights would be on. And he's just like, son of a bitch. So he would go in, he'd be like yelling at the kids, why are y'all leaving the lights on? Like, this is, like, y'all need to turn them off. Power's not cheap. So he would go through, check it again. And one day before they left, he turned off all the lights, made sure it was all off before he left because this kept on happening. And when they got home, all the lights were on again.
Fucking.
So he doesn't know what's up with this.
How long until he Schnedeckers it and starts taking light bulbs?
He said as they were staying there, it was like every room would be at a different temperature. So he's freezing his ass off in one room, can't get the temperature up, and his daughter will come in talk about how hot it is in the other room, like in her bedroom. And he's like, how can it be hot? But she is drenched in sweat.
Oof.
And apparently this is all over the house. Every room would be different.
Sign my ass up for the cold room.
What I say? Which room is the crisp 60-degree room?
on one Sunday night, and finally saw as he was in the kitchen eating dinner, like a smoky, dark gray figure just stand in the middle of a doorway. And he said it took, he had to stop and think about it for a second. I can either freak out and leave, or we can leave in an orderly manner. So the black smoke.
I chose freak out.
So it dissipated in the air as soon as it left. It's like, okay, we are going to pack up the kids and we're going to go to grandparents.
You got to make the dad in the fucking Haunting a Hill House, pick your favorite kid first and get him out to the van.
Okay, so as they got to the front door, they heard a screaming so loud it shook the house and caused dogs to bark throughout the neighborhood.
That's rough, but it's better than getting close to the door and hearing the door fucking lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the scream over a oh, fuck.
We've been there before.
Yeah.
So they get to the car, and as they're driving away, the son looked back. He's like, the basement monster is watching us. And he points, and they can see a large figure in the upstairs windows watching him drive away.
The kid says that, and I'm like, that's nice, honey, and I just keep looking forward. I'm not looking back.
It's like the end of the second Friday the 13th film.
Yeah, Jason just waving vigorously from the fucking top of the barn.
I'm gonna come down there.
No. Stay up there.
No.
We're good.
I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come down to you.
Stay up there. I don't want to be sitting in a puddle of my piss like my kid was standing in the other day. I'm not looking back.
So they get to the grandparents' house, and Steven had to go on another business trip. And as he's gone, he was gone for a few days, and he was trying to think about what to do. He's like...
So after this crazy moment that everybody in the house saw, he made his kids fucking stay there alone.
No. They were staying at the grandparents.
Oh, the grandparents. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He was like, don't worry, kids. The monster will watch you guys. I gotta go on a business trip.
Because he talks about he had to go away on business the next day. So he just left the kids with the grandparents and had him, them console the kids from their experience while he was gone. But he was like, well, we're poor. We have nowhere else to go. We gotta go back to the house.
It's just like everything else. Ghosts are the poor people's problem. Our asses can't afford to move out.
So they get back, and it's quiet for a little bit. So they decided to check out the shed outside because they haven't had a chance to go out there yet. And oddly enough, they found a bunch of possessions belonging to what looked like multiple different people. So Steven finally calls the landlord. He's like, hey, has anyone ever talked about ghosts when it comes to this house?
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
They won't shut up about
That's
it.
why the place is so fucking cheap.
Once a week, there's a loud scream that shakes all the windows.
Yeah, the landlord, Mr. Winters, is talking to him. He's like, no one ever did.
Sounds like a Scooby-Doo
one tenant did talk about their dead
the whole
father
time.
coming back to visit him.
Who was the big monster? It was Mr. Winters.
Yeah, it was it was weird. She just kind of upped and left a bunch of belongings in the shed, and she just never came and picked them up. He's like, okay, that's weird. Well, how long has people stayed in the house? No one's ever lived there more than a year. It's
Maybe tell us that before you rent it.
Well, then he wouldn't have rented it.
It's fair.
yeah.
What do y'all picture when you think of the monster? Because I keep seeing the big fuzzy monster from the Muppets when I'm thinking of the monster in the window.
I'm just picturing a large black mass
Fair enough.
with red eyes.
Yours is scarier than mine.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if you left your house and you looked back at the window and you saw that big fuzzy Muppet from the Muppets.
Honestly, that may be scary.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Because you see that, and you're going to think it's a person in a costume. You're like, holy fuck, what kind of serial killer is hanging out in my house?
And God, he's got a great budget for costuming.
So now that they're back, the house was quiet for a few days. All right, one night, he's upstairs on the phone with his mother. The kids are downstairs playing, and the doors start rattling. And, not really thinking anything of it. It's just kind of softly. He's thinking it's the kids just making a lot of noise, and the doors are shaking because of it. So he's yelling at the kids, hey, quiet down a bit. But then doors starting rattling louder and louder and louder.
And then the sound slowly gets louder of doo 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 mana mana doo 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 mana mana. No, it's coming.
Yeah, he did the temperature in the house overall. He said it dropped 30 degrees. I don't know where he got 30 degrees from, but
A thermostat?
maybe. Well, so
the monster's in the hallway, be like, I'm knocking it down 30 degrees, Steve. Why don't you come on out? I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
It's a hot summer, Steve. You gotta run that bill up.
That bill's gonna suck. I'm not coming out.
You were bitching about lights.
Oh, he said that it started to stink. There was a stench just coming from somewhere, and everyone
Shit
could
on these
smell
walls.
Monster's a dick.
And then he said the next thing that started happening was then the screaming started, really quiet, and it just got louder and louder. And then Steven called his mother on the phone. Was like, I need help. And as he said that, the house started to shake.
His mom's like, what's the matter? Here, Mom, just listen. He holds the phone up. Doo 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 doo.
Yeah. So he
It won't
immediately,
stop.
so he starts running downstairs. And he starts collecting the kids, and that's when he said he could hear something coming from upstairs down. And he just said it was just like boom, boom, like loud ass footsteps from a giant monster. He said he could hear the man scream, and then a new scream popped up, which sounded like a child mixed in with the old one.
Ew.
And so he began running to the door, and the door wouldn't open.
See, what I told you, there's nothing worse than hearing the click. The screams are bad, but that's game over, son.
Yeah, apparently he had to start slamming his weight into the door to bust it down. And it got so bad he like messed up his shoulder, got bruised all over the side of his arm because that's how hard he had to hit it to open up that door.
No shit. Outside doors open to the inside.
Yeah.
You're going against.
When in doubt, window.
Yeah, he said it finally opened up after slamming into it for a bit. And then as they were running to the car, they said that they could see like the blackness going room to room, like it was searching for
Like
them.
a fucking SWAT, clearing the house like a fucking SWAT team.
Yeah.
Oof.
Does the fucking ghost not listen? He bashed the door open.
Yeah,
You see any of you left any of the least favorite kids behind? You gotta pick off the stragglers.
Yeah, it took exactly 13 days to chase them out of the house.
Goddamn.
He said he never brought the kids back. He went.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he went back afterwards to bring with other people to like pack up their belongings.
Oh yeah, he's about to gang on the ghost.
And he said every time they went, the ghost just became indiscriminate and just started making noises and disturbing everything when they went to go pack things up. And he said every person he brought out there witnessed something.
It's weird. When he was picking people to go with him, he'd fucking challenge each of them to a foot race to make sure he was faster than them before they went. He'd be like, before you come help me move some stuff, let's have a race. Let's see who's faster than who. Oh, you're faster than me? I don't need your help.
I need strength, not speed.
Yeah, he said after a month away from after they moved out, he said a friend of his actually called him. He's like, hey, can you look into this person, a Captain John T. Crow? And it was the face of the monster.
Now I'm seeing the monster from the Muppets, but in the Muppets pirate movie. The one with the
His uniform.
Yeah, so like this completely like upturned his life. Like he became a believer at that. Like
I
after
became a
all
believer
this.
at the fucking screams and the black
Yeah.
thing. Not be like, oh fuck, look, that's who's haunting me. I would have been like, the moment they were screaming and fucking black mist thing. That's all it takes.
All of that still had me on the fence, but
Yeah.
a photo, that's what got me.
Yeah. So after 3 years after all this happened, they moved out. They kind of stopped experiencing things. Luckily, the ghost didn't follow them. But he decided to write his story online under the American Legends.
He put it on his MySpace.
Nice.
Yeah. So that would have been about 2005 or so when he
Absolutely,
wrote
it's
that.
on his MySpace.
His spade song was Hinder, Lips of an Angel.
But
I was gonna go with
someone,
Monster by Skillet.
but some of the local paranormal community actually reached out and said, "Hey,
Give me them address, dog.
so
My name is Zach Baggins.
apparently Mr. Winters got someone else to start renting the house, and she started having worse experiences than what he had."
God damn.
And so this is kind of where, this is in the second part of his first book. So some of this is kind of like a little bit more narrative-y. So, and it's kind of maybe drawn up for the drama a bit. But apparently he felt the need to try and help this woman because of his experiences. And this is where he started making up his own, he made the Paranormal Task Force, which is what they're called.
Task Force X.
But yeah, apparently the woman's name was Helen. And like him, she was hearing whispers. She's heard footsteps going up and down the stairs. But one thing that was different was her light bulbs kept blowing, like shattering. The gutters caught on fire.
What the fuck? That's not a fire you want.
Right? The transformer outside her house blew up like every 6 to 8 months.
Jesus, that's a city problem.
Her daughter's doll, something cut the hair off of the doll.
It goes to a barber.
Yeah. They're just trying to do a good job.
They adopted a kitten.
Oh, no.
They found the kitten with its neck broken and back broken upstairs.
I'm sorry, people.
Yeah.
Disclaimer is a little late there on that one. Oh, poor kitty. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Her grandson, who was staying the weekend,
was found.
Not like the fucking kitten. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was found. He claims he was pushed down the stairs when no one was there, but he claims someone pushed him, even though he was at the house by himself.
Like I said, this ghost really wanted to impress somebody. I should have snapped the kid's neck.
Right? Is that how you impress people?
You're gonna rip the cat in half, but you're just gonna push a kid down the stairs.
Rip the cat in half. You just folded it like a fucking lawn chair.
Yeah, she said one night when she was home by herself, because it's a grandmother, she's there with like her husband and family visits every now and then, but said that one day the police showed up when she was by herself because someone made a suicide call from her address.
Oh, man, that ghost is being like, hey, hold on one sec. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, I'd like to I'd like to call in suicide. Also, I'd like to sing you a song. Oh, God, it's the monster.
It's like every time she would leave and come back, she would find windows open, doors open,
yeah,
because
he's trying to frame her for a suicide. He's like, the window's open, Helen. Why don't you go lean into it real quick?
Yeah,
close it.
All this was happening before Steven met her, and so she was just having a nightmare of a time, and she could not move because old lady, what is she going to do financially? Well, Steven apparently lost his job, and so he felt like he had plenty of time to help her out.
So or he could be looking for a new job, but whatever.
Yeah. So
got kids, but yeah. I don't know.
So he was trying to do research on this house, figure something out, and it was something he didn't do before, but it was always in his mind. So that's why he decided to try and do some reading up on it. And all he could really find was some stories of slave abuse in the area. There was some Civil War stuff that was going on.
Could you imagine you're dealing with this haunting? You're an old ass lady. You're dealing with the haunting. You get a knock on the door, and it's a guy. I'm sure he has a patch on his shirt. And I'm like, hi, I'm blah 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 with the Paranormal Task Force.
So he didn't make the task force yet. Okay. It's getting to it.
But hear me out.
The origin story.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
He shows up. He's like, I'm with the Paranormal Task Force, and she's like, oh great. What's your credentials? I was haunted once. Read Wikipedia. Do you even have your business license? No, but I got this fucking bitchin' shirt.
It's like, you think I'm paying taxes?
Yeah, we good. Oh. Ghost's like, oh shit, he got an embroidered shirt. We fucked now.
Welcome back, Dave.
Yeah, he said it was weird because he couldn't really tie anything with the Civil War stories and stuff to the house because the house was a series pre-built from 1930s. So it doesn't make any sense.
It's just not that old.
Yeah, it's old. But there was some stories for him around the area of just some horrendous stuff of there was a Civil War hospital and things like that where some bad shit went down. But he couldn't find too much information into it because he said it felt like whenever he would go do research, the archivists and stuff at the library would hide books and stuff from him. So like I said, that's where it kind of comes it feels like this is more of a narrative thing because it's like, who would actually do that? But that's what he claims, that people were hiding the history of the house from him.
Realtors do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
So he started hiring in different paranormal investigators to try and help. And he tried bringing in some clergy just to figure out what was going on. And apparently what he claims was that everyone was contradicting everyone else and no one could get anything straight. And that's when he decided he was going to make the paranormal task force and make Helen his first
Victim.
Yeah, his first victim. And so while this was happening, so Helen started having what they called psychic attacks. She became paranoid. She started having like homicidal thoughts towards her family. She started using foul language out of nowhere. And there was obvious signs of like possession, right?
Or working at Walmart.
Grandma just got edgy as fuck.
Right. She showed up to LaChance's home one night with a gun, screaming to let her in.
She started smoking and listening to hard rock.
Why did he give her his address?
So, little disclaimer, she claims that she was raped by the ghost. Yeah.
It's always the fucking worst ghost murder animals and diddle people. Mm-hmm. And it's never one or the other. It's always fucking both.
Yeah.
It's the fucking Schmerl family. They fucking pretzeled the dog before they went and took Dad to Pound Town.
Right?
Yeah.
Ugh. Her eyes blacked out.
Oh, full-on supernatural possession.
Yes, full-on supernatural bullshit. She then spent some time in a psychiatric ward because, this sounds crazy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Her husband was being completely unsupported at the time because he grew up, you don't mess with the spooky, you leave the spooky alone.
Yeah. We'll talk about the spooky.
And she got convinced that he was cheating on her, so she showed up with a knife at his job to try and murder him.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Where you at, Steve?
Yeah, so they were finally able to move her in with her daughters. And they said...
Good daughters. I would not let her come live with my ass at that point.
Apparently, they spent years putting her in therapy and getting her help from different paranormal investigators now that she was out. And apparently, it took several years, but they were able to help her. Like I said, and then that's when the Catholic Church moved in and did their investigation of the home and wrote that report after they moved her out. And basically, after that... that just goes on to talk about how Steven he is full-time paranormal. He does interviews with different news stations. He was apparently on a Supernatural DVD one time talking about his experiences as a paranormal investigator. He speaks at conferences. He has a radio show now called Haunted Survivor. And that's what he does full-time now.
I need to check him out. I don't think I probably, knowing the amount of content I take in, I've probably seen him or heard him at some point, but I just, his name doesn't ring any bells, but I definitely check into it. Give it a look-see. Oh, just the fucking animals and the diddling, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Why can't you give us fun hauntings?
I don't know that any of our hauntings have really been fun so far. They usually don't end well or start well or no well at all, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's Brandon's 2 for 0 there on ghost diddles with his stories. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, what's weird about this one is compared to the other haunting stories we talked about, this was like violent and immediate. There wasn't
There's a reason that there was nobody renting that fucking house.
Yeah.
People walking around it when they're walking down the street because they probably get too close and they hear it fucking screaming from the fucking window. Ain't about it. It's just you gotta Baggins it. You gotta fucking bulldoze that bitch and let it be a haunted lot.
All right. So that begs the question: what would you do if you live near a haunted house and people are trying to rent it?
Well, you can't.
Are you going to warn him?
If you warn him, you end up circling back to Friday 13th. You warn him, you end up like the fucking crazy dude that was in the first like 3 movies where he's like, "You're gonna die," and everybody's like, "He's just crazy as fuck," but he's not wrong. You know, you're gonna get stigmatized. And also, I imagine the landlord would come at your ass fucking legally once he found out every time somebody came over there to check it out. You were like, "You go in that house, you're gonna get screamed at by a fucking ghost."
Well, and in the book it
You
talks
got a
about
cat, you won't if you live there.
in the book it almost paints out the landlord like he's constantly trying to like feed people to the ghosts. Almost, he's trying to find new victims and stuff. And it's just like, it's like I think he's maybe trying to make money, and he can't get rid of the house.
A landlord.
The landlord is the Muppet monster, but he just puts a trench coat and a mustache on. He's like, "That house isn't haunted at all," which is a great deal. I don't know why I did a finger mustache when I have a mustache, and nobody can see it anyways. Like,
Nothing's gonna eat you in
It's
there.
not haunted. He's definitely not going to kill your cat. You should bring lots of cats and your old ladies. What? God damn it! Oh, it's burnt in my head now. Yeah, no, it was rough.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't like an abrupt people evicting ghost. I don't even know if you'd call it a ghost at that point. At that point, it kind of seems of the poltergeist-esque fucking demonic side of the spectrum there, because ghosts are usually a lot more casual haunting. That was a lot more. I mean, as far as the Smurls went, I mean, it seems like demons are, for lack of better terminology, are the ones that like to lay pipe. So,
and like we saw with the Smurls, at least, even with like it took what was it, 11 years before they were finally.
Well, you gotta think like the one chick. They said the chick before them left before a year and just left like that.
Yeah.
So maybe the spirit was already riding that fucking spiritual high already.
Well,
you know,
and part of it
she got it all built up and dipped, and then it was like, I got all this energy, bitch. It's going somewhere.
Well, and they said that they found multiple people's possessions. They're like, yeah, there's some stuff from another guy who lived here at one point. So it sounds like multiple people stayed there. You know, they were just nope the fuck out and would just leave shit there. Like, nah, I'm not going back. Nope.
Like I said, ghosts become a poor person's problem.
Yep.
All's the time. Because you get in there, it gets bad, you can't fucking leave because you can't afford. Grandma didn't leave because she couldn't afford. She ended up trying to fucking shoot a guy and stab her husband.
Apparently, the landlord, after they were telling them they were moving, I was like, oh, yeah, old houses aren't for everyone. And I didn't think an old house was for you.
Oh, what a douchebag.
Why don't you go fucking live in there, fucking Mr. Winters, you dick.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking baiting people into going to live with the fucking monster. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it does feel like he's feeding
almost
people
like a Willy
shit.
Wonderland situation.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's exactly like Willy's Wonderland. Like, we just need somebody to clean it up for a night, and we'll fix your car. Go check out Willy's Wonderland if you haven't. It's a great piece of American cinema.
Oh, one of Nicolas Cage's best films.
It doesn't say a fucking single line that whole movie. Yeah, okay, well, that was a story. That was it seemed like it went by really fucking fast.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got good time here. That being said, people remember, don't trust fucking landlords.
Even if your house isn't haunted, just don't trust your landlord.
Especially ones that look like they might have been in the Muppets fucking Pirate Adventure. Don't believe them. If your kid pisses a giant puddle and says a monster chased him, just believe them. I mean, what's the worst could happen for believing them? You know, just watch your back. I think that's all I got. Anybody else got anything else?
No, I think we've said it. I think we've expressed anti-landlordism and
Yeah, well, for all the landlord listeners out there, you know you're a shady piece of shit anyways, so this isn't news to you. This has been the United States of Paranormal. Logan.
Matt.
Boze.
Keep it spooky, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomena.
To support other Golden Mojo Entertainment productions, check out Golden Image Podcast, The Call Guys, and Murd Nerds wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. To see photos and find new episodes of the United States of Paranormal, follow us on our social media. Twitter @TUSOP POD, or Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and Facebook, the United States of Paranormal. If you have a place that you'd like us to look into, or would like to share your spooky story that we can read on the air, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com.